Alright everyone, it's time for Occult Literature, video number 420, Historic Ghosts and Ghost Hunters, by Addington, of course. Link in the description, not archived of course, to my edition of this work on Amazon. I'll also pin it at the top on YouTube in the comments section if you're watching there. Excellent work, and a very, very strange one. It contains references to the basic backstory of John Dee, Emanuel Swedenborg, and others, Lurency Venom, people who claim to be, number one, possessed, number two, communicating with spirits, number three, anything to do with hauntings, stuff like that. Now, the writer is a skeptic. In most of these cases, he explains his particular opinion about what accounts for the hauntings and possessions and so forth, and it's from a rationalistic perspective partially. The end of the work, he lapses into Spiritism, however, and says, oh, no, the Society for Psychical Research is a pretty good thing, and we're still looking further, and there are things that we can't explain, and, you know, in some cases, it's probably not trickery. Spirits are among us. So it's not 100% a skeptical work. But the older accounts, I found this funny from an anthropological perspective, the older accounts are rationalized. The current research is not rationalized. It's actually a moment in history. This is why I chose this for the final work of the year, by the way. I'm now done with the next stage of my occult literature and going on to the next stage next year. Taking a few weeks off. I can't take any more. Here's the thing, and this is the main reason why I was interested in the work and why I deemed it important. It's a look in time at a person who says contemporary stuff is perfectly scientific and logical. We've got electronic instruments today. They didn't have that back 200 years ago. And then we look at that same time period and we do the same thing. So our research is perfect, but their research back then that they thought was perfect is imperfect. It'll keep going on like that forever. The tales themselves are very, very strange. Like with Lurency Venom claiming to be to be possessed by the spirit of a dead friend, and at the end the author points out, oh, she may have had a fancy for one of the boys in that family and she just wanted to be near him, and that's why she pretended to be, I believe, his own sister. Like, that wouldn't creep him out. That's really going to win her a hot date. That tale is bizarre. Swedenborg is an interesting character. One of the few people that claimed a level of enlightenment that actually does seem to have exhibited creepily intelligent behavior like prescience. And John Dee, of course, that story is a story of a roller coaster life, along with Kelly, of course, where you're constantly on the up and down. So, you know, you're the court favorite, but then you get thrown in jail. Then you get extracted from jail, and you sort of pauper around for a while. Some other noble decides to hire you, having known of you. You're lavish again, you've got your own suite in the court, and then you get put in prison again, and this sort of was a rinse and repeat thing with John Dee's life. He was interested in talking to spirits as well, through his friend Kelly. There are a number of weird stories in here. If you like hauntings, if you like the paranormal, you'll love this work. If you like anthropology, you'll probably like this work as well. And of course, anything to do with that particular era of time and that rationalistic, well, quasi-rationalistic look at the old with the then contemporary, very non-rationalistic look at the research, so-called, that was going on at the time into ghosts and spirits and so forth, mesmerism, hypnotism, and astral projection. Then you'll adore this work. This would be the preeminent one that you would want. Again, link in the description to my edition of this work on Amazon. I'll also pin it at the top on YouTube. There are two other links to my books blogs on Blogspot and WordPress, where you can get a bunch of other great shit as well. And that does it for the year. I'll be back next year with more occult literature, I'm sure. I've already edited 8 different works for next year before the year even began. I feel like I've accomplished something. That's about all. Peace out.